I'm falling into you.
Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to Shiki, and I'm back with another video, which is BTS Hardships Part 2. You know, we saw Part 1, and the stuff that people were saying is just outright nasty, and they do not deserve the hate and the struggles that they've gone through. But part of me feels like because of all that they've gone through, they've grown as people and grown stronger mentally, physically, and you know, they're just used everything and just all the hate as motivation to get where they are today, which I really admire and respect. But even then, you know, if there was an option, I would prefer them not to get hated. And the stuff that they go through, at the end of the day, these guys are just humans just like us. You know, yes, they're, you know, way more talented, but you should appreciate that. You should appreciate greatness while you can and not push people down. So yeah, I'm just gonna get on with part 2 and see how it goes.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no-signal bars on screen resembled another group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative director of the group in question created a post on Instagram with the captions, our hard work, and siblings of the group liked that post. Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not BigHit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since.
Good job. That's what they should do. All that because of a mistake, and these guys got all the hate. And you know, the worst part is some people's mind are not going to change. These guys are still going to be like, no, remember when BTS did this? The damage is done already.
Only pre-taping acceptance speeches. March 2017. Death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin this time. This threat happened during their world tour, and BigHit addressed this threat, increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won.
I mean, what have this group done? What has BTS done to you guys? Speaking to the haters, what did they do? All they do is perform, sing, they barely sleep, they work hard multiple hours a day, and they just do their very best to please, you know, their audience. Why go to these lengths, especially the death threats? It doesn't matter if you joke. That's not even something to joke about. It's not a joke. The moment you say, you know, a bomb threat, death threat, anything like that, that's not a joke anymore. Just frustrating.
Crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas. May 2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth. Police tweeted soon afterwards that they were investigating the threat. November 2018. On November 7, a South Korean court ordered a Japanese company to compensate them for wartime labor during Japan's colonial rule of the Korean peninsula. The next day, Japan's TV's Asahi's music station announced that they have cancelled BTS's appearance on their show, slated for November 9th, due to a recently resurfaced screenshot of a member wearing a t-shirt depicting a photo of an atomic bomb and of Koreans celebrating their independence from Japan. The band subsequently became attacked by the extreme conservatives in Japan, and the news was picked up by the Western media.
바로 저 사건은 방탄소년단이 입었던 티셔츠가 직접적인 문제가 됐다기보단 그건 빌미였고 사실은 강제징용 배상 판결에 대한 이 보이콧을 하고 싶어하던 일본의 어떤 그 멘탈리티가 그대로 표현된 거다라고 생각을 할 수 있는데 그래서 그 5개 대륙에 그러니까 전 세계에 걸쳐서 살고 있는 특히 이제 한국 번역을 하는 한국 아미들이 주축이 돼서요. 20몇 명의 아미가 온라인으로 모여서 이 사건이 도대체 어떤 정치적 배경에서 나왔는가, 어떤 역사적 배경에서 출현한 건가, 그리고 지금 그 전 세계에서 쏟아내고 있는 기사들이 어디가 어떻게 잘못된 건가 팩트 체크를 다 하면서 이 2차 세계대전에 대한 어떤 그 자료들을 다 모아서 백서, 화이트 페이퍼 프로젝트를 발간합니다.
영문으로 해서 저렇게 한 거예요?
예, 영문과 한국어 동시에 이제 다 볼 수 있는데 분량이 166쪽 정도 돼요. 그러니까 거의
April 2019. During BTS's global press conference for Map of the Soul Persona, a report
Honestly, that part just confused me a little. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm a little confused about that one, so I'm not gonna comment.
reporter bluntly asked BTS about past plagiarism allegations.
사실 제가 그 윙스하고 피땀 눈물 언급했던 거는 그때 이제 뭐 문제가 됐던 내용 그 뭐 표절인가 그 프랑스 작가분께서 언급하셨던 그 부분을 언급해서 여쭤본 거였고요.
So you have an opportunity with BTS to talk, ask a question, you know, do something good. Instead, you bring up plagiarizing again, which it just isn't true.
그거에 대해서 그냥 뭐 질문이 좀 불편할 수는 있겠지만 답변을 좀 듣고 싶은 부분 때문에 질문을 드렸습니다.
네, 그건에 대해서는 저희 회사에서 이제 저희 회사 법무팀에서
Good job.
작가님이 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠. 네, 감사합니다.
What a good answer.
Netizens later uncovered an article written by a reporter of the same name on another entertainment company's news website. April 2019. SBS Inkigayo excluded BTS's Boy With Love out of its charts for the song's first illegible week. Questions about the criteria used by the music show were raised, while SBS continued to claim the calculation period did not fit with BTS's album release time. To this, Dispatch compared BTS to another group who also released a song on the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its first win for their song that week, while BTS were left out of the rankings entirely.
I mean, come on. Why though? It's so easy to see people's intentions by their actions, even if their words say something else. This just speaks for itself.
December 2019. JTBC reported that BTS went against their own agency and planned to file a lawsuit against BigHit Entertainment. BigHit pulled out receipts and released a lengthy statement on behalf of BigHit Entertainment, BTS, and the members' families. They called the media company's journalism practices into question, stating, "We have not only the video that JTBC used for the first report, but also the CCTV video that recorded the footage of the journalist breaking into our company." December 2019. MBC is accused of abusing their power to purposely prevent other groups under BigHit Entertainment from appearing at their year-end show, after BTS chose to appear on the US's NBC New Year's Rockin' Eve countdown in New York City instead of NBC's year-end program. According to Osen, multiple industry sources shared, ever since October, when BTS's side told NBC that BTS would not be appearing on NBC's year-end music festival.
Alright, so just because they don't want to appear, you're going to punish the whole company for it? And, you know, remove them off the channel? And doing the same thing like with SBS? Why? Just doesn't make any sense. Why is mostly the hate coming from Korea itself? I expected a lot of international hate, which there is, you know, with the death threats and stuff, but there's also, like, they have so many enemies within South Korea.
It has been difficult for singers associated with BigHit Entertainment to appear on NBC. It is already an openly known fact in the industry. January 2020. For 29 years, the Seoul Music Awards only had one grand prize, also known as a daesang. But in 2020, they created a second daesang for digital music. BTS won the daesang for physical music only, even though their stats proved that they should have also gotten the daesang for digital music as well. BTS did not appear in person to accept the award and has only sent in video acceptance speeches since. July 2020, Naver, the Google of South Korea, reportedly invested over $80 million into another entertainment company after losing out on profits from BTS, who chose to hold an online concert through Weverse, a mobile app and web platform developed by BigHit Entertainment. BTS earned at least $21 million in ticket revenue, according to an analyst at securities firm. He stated, Naver lost BTS, the most popular IP of K-pop, and must have felt the need to invest in entertainment to form a stable relationship. Since 2017, fans have noticed that South Korean platforms such as Naver and media journalists were ignoring and downplaying BTS's achievements. Popular websites hardly posted anything about them, nor did they feature BTS on their front pages. Music critic Kim Young-dae and popular political commentator Kim Oh-jun recently discussed this issue.
그 뉴스의 크기에 비해서 국내 기사는 상대적으로 적다는 인상을 내가 항상 받았거든. BTS는 그 버금갈 정도의 현상을 지속적으로 만들었는데 거기에 비하자면 아주 수량이 좀 적다. 호들갑 떨기 그렇게 좋아하는 이 미디어들이 왜 이럴까? 궁금증이 평소에 있었거든. 연결되는 이야기예요. 기사들이 일단
BTS의 성공은 이제 어느 정도 보도가 돼요. 그러면 우리가 흔히 알고 있는 소위 대형 기획사의 아이돌이 그것보다 사실은 못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 굉장히 좀 재밌는 부분이고 이번 그래미 같은 경우 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등극에 실패했다라고 한다든지 여러 가지 이유 중에 이거 하나가 중요하다고 생각해요. 뭐냐면 BTS라는 이 현상, BTS의 미국에서의 성공, BTS의 세계적인 열풍 자체가 제도권의 시스템을 거치지 않았다는 거예요. 그래서 이 제도권을 점하고 있는 그 언론일 수도 있고 뭐 프로모터일 수도 있고 음반 회사일 수도 있죠. 이 사람들이 보기에 썩 납득이 가지 않고 유쾌하지도 않아요.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Because they had nothing to do with it and they don't want to promote it or what? Just so petty. So petty. Like a country like South Korea, you have a group that's gone international, gone as far as some guy in Sweden, you know, is getting to know them, and they're pretty much reaching all over the world. So you chose not to promote something that really promotes your country as well. I mean, they don't even need it. These guys are so huge right now.
자기 힘이 입증이 안 되는 거지. 그렇게 되면.
그렇습니다.
점하고 있는 위치에서 자기 영향력이라는 게 있는데 이걸 다 거치지 않고 성공해 버렸으니까 자기 존재 이유가 없어지는 거 아니에요. 그런 맥락에서는
December 2020. For the last few years, BTS has been the face of political discourse on the revisions of South Korea's mandatory military service, even though BTS and their company have not spoken about wanting postponement or exemptions, and have insisted that they will serve when called upon. In August 2018, all major South Korean entertainment companies held a meeting to discuss petitioning the government to revise the law to allow K-pop performers to be exempt from service, in addition to the top artists, musicians, and athletes that already qualify. BigHit Entertainment was not among the agencies, but BTS was used as the leading example for this revision.
Wait, what?
On December 22, 2020, the Ministry of National Defense announced that a revision has been made. effective June 23, 2021, where popular culture artists can postpone their enlistment until age 30, with the requirements that the individuals must have been recommended as recipients of the Order of Cultural Merit, one of the highest national honors given to artists in South Korea.
Let's go.
In April 2021, 26 agencies led by the Korean Music Content.
Come on. You guys use BTS as an example, but you don't include their company. Now when it goes through and BTS gets the exemption because of what they really brought out, they really put South Korea on the map for everyone. And now they're against it.
Association
There's so much
filed a
jealousy.
written objection against the revision, stating that the new law is both unrealistic and unfair. March 2021, BTS was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show.
Sorry, I'll just go back. But you could really see how nervous they are.
March 2021,
They're not
BTS
breathing.
was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show instead of the primetime ceremony, as it usually was in previous years. Unfortunately, they didn't take home the award, but what made fans even more upset was that the Grammys used BTS as ratings bait, teasing that BTS's performance would be quote-unquote up next, but were actually placed as the second to last performance during the 3.5-hour broadcast, and only given the time to perform an abridged performance of their song. A former managing editor for the Grammy Awards website spoke out the next day about the Recording Academy and how it pushed back on featuring BTS. But BTS got the last laugh.
I don't like the Grammys. They're so stuck up, honestly. That's just nasty. Imagine you using them as bait. I mean, that just shows that your show doesn't even have the same pull, that you have to use BTS to make fans watch. Even if you do that, you know that they're not watching you for you, they're watching it for them anyway, so.
A live stream of the band celebrating after the event has so far garnered more than 13 million views, compared to the 8.8 million viewers who tuned into the Grammys. March 2021. Topps released the Garbage Pail Kids Shammy Awards illustration and cards. Unlike the other artists who were featured, BTS was depicted as being brutalized and beaten up by a Grammy trophy inside a whack-a-mole. This isn't the first time BTS has been shunned, put down, or bullied. In February 2021, a German radio station host made racist remarks about BTS, comparing them to COVID-19, and voiced his hopes that there will be a vaccine against BTS soon. He openly cursed at them for covering a Coldplay song and said that BTS deserves a 20-year vacation in North Korea.
I mean, this guy must be... I don't even know what he is. But that's just... It just screams jealousy. It screams not liking that these guys are so big, so popular. Why would you even say this? Like, if this is a parent, how are their kids gonna turn out with someone having this kind of
Halsey, Max, Lau, Steve Aoki, and more artists slammed the radio station's racism and xenophobia.
racism?
The host and station maintains that it was just a joke and that folks are too sensitive.
Alright, so there's joking and there's joking. This is clearly not a joke. You're being recorded of really just being a distasteful racist. Why would you even say that? Like, what part of that is a joke? When I say a joke, I'm expecting the person I'm telling the joke to just start laughing. You know, I'm not making a joke at the expense of someone. This is not even a joke. This is just hate speech.
During Zach Sang's show, a member named Liam from a boy band called Forever in Your Mind made these comments.
I agree that they're a boy band, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top, and I think BTS can just live in their own. They're BTS. They don't, you know what I mean?
Nah, but they're like
I don't
their
think
fan
that they're
base
gonna.
is so crazy. It's
Dude, and it's
insane.
global.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. They're really
I
good.
like them. They're good dancers.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it.
and
I got
just,
I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because I don't know what they are. Look at these people. Look at this one. I don't know which one he is. Look at those highlights. Those chunky Tony and Guy mall salon highlights. And the contact lenses. You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first...
Is that a Karen? And the guy from the previous clip just seemed bitter. What do you mean you can't get behind it? You don't need to understand music to be able to enjoy it. I listen to Spanish songs and I don't know any Spanish. I listen to, African songs. I listen to K-pop, BTS. Like, I listen to some Japanese songs. I don't understand what they say. That's just a bad excuse for him. I can't get behind it.
Just heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
I don't know. I think they look very nice.
Oh! That is not what you were saying during the break!
How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are off to little K-pop boys?
A senior editor from The Economist said, "Please no," after BTS was announced as speakers at the 75th UN General Assembly. She quickly tried to backtrack, claiming it was a joke. This led to Stephen Pollard, a British journalist, to tweet this, and Anne Hegarty, a television personality, responding with, "All this about a little..."
So this last tweet kind of irks me. All this about a little Korean boy band. That's fundamentally not important. What these guys have done for their fans and for people that enjoy music in general is just something that Anne could never hope to achieve. These guys have been working harder than, I would say, 99 point, I don't know what percent of the people. They're working so hard on the craft. They're living under crazy circumstances by just, practicing, writing, singing, all of this. And they're spreading awareness of a lot of issues, social issues, and just spreading a good message. Why would you even say that? That just shows that they're pretty much very ignorant.
Little Korean boy band that's fundamentally not important. So when BTS was named Entertainer of the Year by Time magazine soon after, RM said, "We're not sure if we've actually earned respect, but one thing is for sure is that people feel like, okay, this is not just some kind of syndrome or phenomenon. These little boys from Korea are doing this." BTS have always been outspoken about the injustice of racial discrimination. In the summer of 2020, they used their platform and proudly announced their support for Black Lives Matter and donated $1 million to the organization. With the recent rise and visibility of atrocities against Asians, BTS released a statement on their Twitter standing in solidarity once again. These are just a few of the countless examples of mistreatment, racism, and xenophobia that BTS has been encountering around the world throughout their storied career. It will more than likely be a continued uphill battle. As artists of color who are constantly breaking records and barriers, amassing fans, and growing in popularity around the globe, hostility and jealousy will come easily from those not afforded the luxury of such a strong and dedicated fan base. As fans who are cognizant of their journey and understand that their popularity comes from their sincerity and talent, ARMYs have a tendency to be protective, and sometimes overly so, if only because of the awareness of what BTS and ARMY are up against when fighting for fair representation.
Wow, alright, so I plan to make this into 3 parts, but this was too good to stop. It's just crazy seeing all this hate, and they're getting it from a lot of different directions. It's pretty much everywhere. There's like irrelevant people just trying to push them down. There's a lot from Korea itself. It's like they're annoyed with them for some reason. I don't know why. Why wouldn't you just embrace them? These are like your national treasure. They've, really raised up K-pop. They've brought a lot of new fans, a lot of attention, which means just positive things about your country. I don't understand. I don't get the death threats, the racism, the hate speech, the appearance issues. I really don't get that. I'm personally someone who, I don't judge people. I don't really, discriminate or judge something by the cover. What I do is I appreciate what people do. I listen to the music and I enjoy the music, even if it's not my style. I'm not gonna say that song sucks. I'm gonna be like, you know what? It's a good song, not my style. I can, hear the vocals, I can hear different stuff. That's good. But I don't understand why people go to these lengths. What did these guys do to you? I'm sorry if this is a rant. It's just, there's so much of this going on. People just continuously go after people, death threats and stuff. That's not a joke. But what I remember from all of this, what I take away from all of this, besides, don't be a hater and stuff. Look at these guys, what they do, even throughout all that. They're getting baited, hated. They're being, subjected to racism, to misbehavior, mistreatment. But they won't give up. They still reach new heights. They keep going, and they have, a very dedicated and loyal fan base behind them, which is nice to see, because they probably feel like, we got the army behind us, and you guys got their back. So I don't know, just a great video by XLS that shows what these guys shouldn't go through, but they do. I hope after this whole pandemic that people really calm down a little bit and just appreciate what's going on, the good stuff in life. But yeah, that was it for me, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
I'm falling in love.